I am Nina Park. Welcome to Model Behavior. Model behavior examines how AI systems are built, deployed, and operated in real professional environments. Joining us today is Chad Thompson, who brings a systems-level perspective on AI and automation, blending technical depth with engineering and music production experience. Chad, great to have you.
I am Thatcher Collins. It's good to have you here, Chad. We're starting today with significant moves in the generative video space. Runway has announced a $315 million Series E round, which brings their valuation to $5.3 billion. They've stated this capital will be used to pre-train their next generation of world models following their General 4.5 release, which is reportedly outperforming OpenAI and Google in benchmarks.
Thanks, Thatcher. It's interesting to see Runway positioning world models as a bridge to robotics and medicine. From a systems perspective, they are moving beyond simple video generation toward physics-aware simulation. This funding suggests that despite the massive compute costs, investors see a clear path for models that can understand and predict physical reality rather than just mimicking pixels.
Well, Runway builds out infrastructure. The rivalry between Anthropic and OpenAI is, becoming more public. OpenAI has officially started a pilot program for ads within ChatGPT, partnering with brands like Adobe and Target. Meanwhile, Anthropic's CAO, Paul Smith, recently told CNBC that they are focused on business revenue rather than flashy headlines or heavy infrastructure spending, positioning Claude as an ad-free alternative.
The tension isn't just external, Nina. That's notable. Anthropic's lead for Safeguards Research, Mrinak Sharma, recently resigned, citing a disconnect between safety rhetoric and internal practices. He described the world as in peril and said he was leaving to study poetry. This follows the resignation of xAI co-founders Tony Wu and Jimmy Ba right as SpaceX moves to acquire xAI in a $1.25 trillion deal.
Those departures at xAI and Anthropic highlight a growing strain. When companies shift from pure research to high-velocity commercial products, like OpenAI's new ad pilot, the technical and ethical guardrails often face immense pressure. We're seeing researchers leave because the internal reality of hitting performance benchmarks is often at odds with the public-facing safety mission.
Regulatory pressure is also mounting. The European Publishers Council has filed an antitrust complaint against Google over AI overviews. They argue that Google is using publishers' content without compensation and forcing them to accept crawling to maintain search visibility. Simultaneously, Mistral is pushing for European tech sovereignty with a €1.2 billion investment in Swedish data centers.
On the consumer side, Samsung is preparing for its February 25th Unpacked event in San Francisco, where the Galaxy S26 will debut with a focus on personal and adaptive AI. However, a new study from UC Berkeley suggests that while these tools proliferate, they aren't actually reducing the workload for employees. Chad, the study found that workers are actually seeing their responsibilities expand.
Exactly, Thatcher. The UC Berkeley researchers observed that instead of automating tasks away, AI is intensifying the work. Employees are now spending time correcting AI output, integrating AI into live meetings, and even usurping each other's roles. It's a shift from automation to intensification, where the pace of work increases because the tools allow for constant, unsupervised production.
It seems the professional environment is becoming more complex, even as the tools become more capable. From Runway's world models to the changing nature of daily office work, the focus is clearly shifting toward the practical and sometimes difficult realities of deployment. Thatcher, any final thoughts on the infrastructure side?
Only that the competition for compute and talent remains the primary driver of these stories. Thank you for listening to Model Behavior, a Neural Newscast editorial segment. You can find more analysis and our full archive at mb.neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.